Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. So those of you that watched the last video, I think the reason that it was so out of focus was because I had Miss Hella in my face right in the beginning of that, and it was focused real close on her, and that's what ended up causing the problem with the camera being distorted for the rest of it. Because I was looking, I'm going, man, this doesn't look right, but I think that's what the problem was. So just letting you know that I did see it, and I was like, well, this is weird. I wonder what's going on here. And then I kind of figured it out afterwards because she was like right in my face in the beginning of that video, that it threw the focus of the video off for the rest of the video. But these things happen. Anyway, I want to talk about this today because I think, like a lot of you, I have so had enough. I cannot wait for this election to be over, one way or the other, good or bad. Some people are going to think that the election was good, some are going to think it's bad, no matter who wins, okay? It's just, I'll just be glad it's over. I'm so sick and tired, of all of this. One thing I want to remind people of, though, okay? The people that we're voting for in this election, we have to think about this. Were these the people, right? Were these the people that completely tried to restrict America, telling you which way to walk in aisles in a grocery store, when you could go to the grocery store, what you had to wear if you wanted to go into the grocery store or whatever other store, that closed thousands upon thousands of small businesses and would not let them stay open, but yet let the big box stores stay open, all right? I want you to think about that when you're going to vote, okay? And who do those corporations support? You've got to think about that too, right? I want you to think about the manipulation of things that have happened when you're going to vote. It's not about Harris and it's not about Trump per se, okay? But it's about the policies that under whatever administration was in charge, which we know which administration was in charge the last 4 years, and what they initiated and what they did. How did that work for you? How did you enjoy that? Did you enjoy having a small business in your town or your city close and never reopen because they couldn't, that they were done after that? And that these big businesses made record profits. Go look it up. Go look at Walmart's profits in that time frame, folks. Go look at their profits. Did Walmart make record profits or not? That would be a question, right? I think that's a great question. And we already all know what the answer to that is. Yes, they did. They did very, very well during that whole time frame. And the fact that this was a country, and I want you guys, again, I want you to remember something, okay? When people say all the time, and I always like to use this as an example. When people say, how did the people of Nazi Germany go along with what happened? How did they do that? How did they do that? I can't believe that the people went along for that. Well, now guess what, folks? Now you know. You know why you know? Because you did it here in America. You did it here in America. You villainized people that questioned anything, called people conspiracy theorists, lunatics, anti-vaxxers, whatever the things that people were using as a weapon, that you didn't care about the elderly. You weren't thinking about your elderly family members, and how dare you, and I can't believe you don't do what you're told to do, all right? I mean, it was just, they had hotlines, folks, okay? They had hotlines that you could call to rat out people that weren't complying with whatever the narratives were. Look at that stuff. Look what happened in other countries as well. I mean, look at Australia is a great example of that, okay? So, it's just, we need to pay attention to those things. Oh, this isn't distant, ancient history. This is something that just happened within the last 4 years. So, just because, and here's something else I want you to remember, okay? And I want you to remember this. So, you were not allowed unless you had your card proving that you had done what you were told to do, right? You were not allowed to go to movies. You were not allowed to go to the gym. You were not allowed to be at a concert, right? All those type of things. All those type of things. You had to show proof that you had complied. Like, where's your papers? Again, Nazi Germany, right? Show us your papers or you're not allowed. I want you to think about those things, because that's insanity. And how did it go from that? And I want you to think about this. This is the point I was going to make here. I want you to think about this. How did it go from that, then poof, like a fart in the wind, it's all over, everything's back to normal, you can do whatever you want to do, if you've done it or not, if you've complied or not, everything is fine, nobody's asking for papers anymore, and we're right back to everything is just like it was before. Explain that one to me. I would like you to explain that. How did that go like that? How did that work like that? Think about that, folks. Think about that. So, interesting things, lots of manipulation always in these political theaters, and it's not a good thing, not a good thing at all. But it happens constantly, absolutely constantly, and we are the suckers that keep falling for it every 4 years. So, I will be very glad that this whole thing is over within a couple of weeks now, thank goodness. I've had enough of it. I've had enough of turning on my laptop, and thank God I don't have TV anymore. I hate to think what the political ads are like on TV now. Oh my God, it's got to be insanity. It's got to be insanity. I have not had television for over 10 years now, and I still don't miss it. I'll tell you that right now. I see enough crap just on turning on my laptop and going online. The crap that you're inundated with, then, going on to, whatever social media. Sorry about that, folks. Still working through this cold, feeling better, but not 100% over it yet. Enough is enough. I'll be glad when it's over. I'll be glad when it's done, that we can get back to focusing on, what's important. Hopefully you're focusing on what's important right now anyway, which should be preparedness, getting ready, taking care of your families, and just, I'm going to encourage you once again, stock up on food and water. Be as ready as you can be. I will talk to you all later. Have a great day. Prepper Nurse 1. Oh, and by the way, I'll live stream tonight, 8 p.m. All right? Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.